Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another Boruto Naruto Next Generations discussion, and today we need to discuss the major elephant in the room that's made itself known following the events of Boruto chapter 73. While a ton of the chapter focused on the growing threat that is Kawaki and Boruto that each to different levels pose to the village and how their mission to appease Ada cannot fail for the stability of the ninja world, the chapter also dropped a bombshell to us in regards to our favorite one-eyed, one-armed, and eternally out of Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura's husband, Sasuke Uchiha himself. After years of close calls from Jigen to Ishiki, Sasuke appears to be destined to end up in battle with Momoshiki, who's in control of Boruto's body. Now, I know some of you guys might be saying, wait a minute, Naruto explained. We already saw Sasuke versus Momoshiki controlling Boruto. How could you have forgotten the moment where every Naruto fan had a heart attack and it gives them PTSD every time they see Boruto holding a kunai? Relax, I have not forgotten Momoshiki hijacked Boruto's body and destroyed Sasuke's Rinnegan, nor have I forgotten the brief battle where fatigued Sasuke briefly pushed back Momoshiki before being hit by the vanishing Rasengan and being knocked out of the fight. However, this last manga chapter has given us yet another sign that Sasuke will be ending up engaging Momoshiki in a battle once Momoshiki takes over Boruto's body again, and the sign's now way too large for us to overlook the possibility. Sasuke versus Momoshiki in Boruto's body, a battle, a teacher versus student, just like we were promised by Sasuke in the past when Boruto shared his fears with him that Momoshiki would take over his body and he was afraid of harming the people he cared about. When this happened in the first time, Sasuke was too weak, and by his own words, he was blinded by his attachment to Boruto to do what needed to be done. But now he vowed the next time that this happened, he'd steel himself to suppress his emotions and battle his student. Sasuke then went on to tell Boruto that he might end up being the next person who has to show the resolve for how far they would go to protect the village. And now chapters later, we see Sasuke made aware that that time is coming. While Sasuke was speaking to Naruto on the Hokage rooftop, just as their conversation was ending, Sasuke sensed the change in the air as Momoshiki's chakra began to manifest and time was beginning to slow. He immediately related to what he knew happened in the past, where Momoshiki's spirit had attached itself to Boruto to give him the karma seal. However, this time when Momoshiki showed up, he didn't leave Sasuke with a lot of desirable options, but if Sasuke wanted desirable options, he should have visited BespokePost.com, which is the sponsor of today's video. This video is going to be brought to you by Bespoke Post. Bespoke Post is a monthly membership delivering free boxes of top shelf goods from under the radar brands. Best of all, it's free to join and you can skip a month or you can cancel at any time. Every month they introduce members to cool new products from outdoor gear to barware to home and kitchen goods, clothing, and also live oysters. And it's all based on the preference of the quiz that you fill out. Every box has around $70 worth of goods inside of it, but it only costs you a fraction of the value. You can preview your box before it's shipped and decide if you want to keep it, swap it out, or skip the month entirely for no charge. Bespoke Post was kind enough to send me a few boxes and they're going to prove to be more than useful to me, especially the Weekender and the Cast boxes. As you guys know, I'm often on the road and the Weekender carry-all bag is both stylish and it's got a lot of space inside of it, making it very practical. The thick leather handles and the shoulder strap allow you to carry the bag however you see fit, and while my laptop was a little too big for the interior pocket, I was still able to fit it into the bottom of the bag, on top of also having 2 pair of jeans, a couple of shirts, my supplements, and my headphones all in the bag together. Now the cask is also very cool. It's a charred American oak mini barrel that's 1 liter in size that is going to let you age just about any type of booze you can think of, from gin to moonshine to tequila, or like my brother-in-law is gonna love, whiskey. The charred interior is going to infuse it with the notes of smoke and oak that's gonna be distinct to your specific barrel. We're gonna get a lot of use out of it given how many holidays we have coming up this fall. Inside you have the 1 liter barrel plus the stand that it goes with, plus the spigots and the bottling kit that you eventually pour your booze into, and best of all, the bottling kit is dishwasher safe. These are only 2 of the many boxes that are available on their website. Use my link in the description box to get 20% off your first box and enter in the promo code Naruto20, or go to bespokepost.com/Naruto20. Thank you again to Bespoke Post for sponsoring today's video. So here's the thing you gotta keep in mind about Sasuke. Given he's not a huge fan of Naruto's house arrest idea for Boruto, doubling as a way to keep Boruto under watch, until they come up with a way to stop Momoshiki from hijacking his body. It feels like the stage was set for Sasuke to return back in Boruto's immediate life to watch from a distance. The reason being is that if anything happens, there are too many people around Boruto who would step in and things could get out of hand very quickly. If Momoshiki takes control, Ada might not like to fight, but Kawaki showed no problem being the one that sends Boruto to death to free him from karma. Damon wouldn't hesitate to deal with Boruto by grabbing hold of Ada in order to reflect back Momoshiki's attack. Sasuke had to step in to remove his student and be the one who has to strike him down if it came down to that because of the vow he made to Boruto. Look, narratively, it makes the most sense. The first time Momoshiki hijacked Boruto's body and raised his hands against Boruto's loved ones, it was Kawaki who fought him successfully during the fallout from Ishiki's battle, and so too was Sasuke the one that fought against him. Kawaki in the rematch managed to successfully kill Boruto, and by extension Momoshiki. The time is at hand for Sasuke to do so, and here's why. Both Kawaki and Sasuke both vowed to make sure that Boruto didn't suffer from the karma seal. Kawaki vowed to free him of the karma at any cost, and Sasuke vowed to stop him if things got too out of hand. It would be a poetic parallel to have Sasuke be the one who steps up during a time when Momoshiki takes over next, because what do we know about why this time is different? Momoshiki told Boruto, when I take over next time, it will be because the moment where you lost everything has happened, and you will suffer a loss so painful that you will give up on the willingness to live, and once that happens, you will only exist in a small corner of your mind, and I will live out the rest of your days as Boruto Uzumaki. Assuming that does happen, Sasuke owes it to Boruto to be the one who stops Boruto, and it makes sense. Kawaki had to do it once, so now it's Sasuke's turn. Sasuke has to save Boruto from himself, but also to protect his daughter Sarada. Sarada has been deployed on this mission right alongside Konohamaru, and they are the de facto leaders of Team 7 right now, so they should be the ones who step in if Boruto loses some form of control, or they're likely going to be in harm's way. Both are likely possible. So based off what we know from the novels, Sasuke does have some form of respect for Konohamaru, but Sarada is his daughter. He's not going to allow anything to happen to his daughter. My guess is Sasuke gets involved the moment it looks like things are starting to get directed towards his daughter. That would bring us to a battle of Sasuke versus Momoshiki itself. Assuming that Sarada's voice isn't enough to reach Boruto, this means Sasuke has to step in. It also means that the battle is going to see a fresh Sasuke who now has the hatred amp from the Uchiha Keke Genkai, because as we know, the emotions of the Uchiha clan can increase their power level. For Sasuke seeing his daughter being attacked by Momoshiki, who is now in control of his student's body, that's going to be enough to spur that hatred amp to raise up his power, especially since we know from both of the novels that Sasuke and Naruto feel a lot of guilt for Boruto having the karma seal, because they allowed Boruto to land that finishing blow on Momoshiki instead of the plan that they had, which was Naruto supposed to get that blow on Momoshiki. This would be Sasuke taking that anger out that he has towards himself and the anger he has on Momoshiki and his parental instincts to protect his daughter, and it will be Sasuke working to ensure that he's protecting his daughter from a deadly force. This will pit Sasuke with those extra hatred amps and full chakra versus BoruShiki, and I think there's enough here to make it a good match. Based off what we saw from the manga, when Momoshiki was in control of Boruto's body, he fought a fatigued Sasuke and he was being pushed back against him. The same Momoshiki sent Sage Mode Naruto coming and quickly joined up with Code to deal with Naruto, meaning he at least viewed Sage Mode Naruto as being a threat to him in combat. It's why he had to resort to an underhanded trickery move with Code, taking Shikamaru hostage and playing off of Naruto's parental instincts in order to get the blow that might have sent Naruto to the afterlife. However, here's the problem here. Sasuke can be argued to be stronger than Naruto right now, including Sage Mode Naruto. Just look at the progressions from the back end of part 2 of Naruto all up until now. It's not the craziest line to draw. In fact, it actually makes a lot of sense. Mangekyo Sasuke and volume 48 of the manga was stated to be weaker than Sage Mode Naruto, who just beat Pain. EMS Sasuke was equal to KCM2 Naruto. Naruto and Sasuke got Hagoromo's 6-pass chakra until Hagoromo took back the chakra in their seals. Sasuke got an extra buff with the Rinnegan. Naruto got multiple buffs via the 6-pass power from having all 9 Biju sealed inside of him, and having 6-pass Sage Mode given to him by Hagoromo that Naruto could also stack the QB cloak on top of it. That was why he was able to dominate Sasuke so badly when he was holding back against him during their fight. Naruto then got the other half of the Nine Tails and surpassed him even further because Naruto got an extra source of chakra put inside of his body when the other half of Kurama went back into him after the war. But Sasuke kept training and he briefly surpassed Naruto during the events of Naruto the Last, according to the narrator in that novel. And by the Boruto era, Sasuke had been surpassed by Naruto yet again, even though Naruto was rusty in combat, but in raw power, Sasuke had been surpassed by Naruto. While the Boruto movie data book does say that Sasuke and Naruto are equal, there are enough things there to make it clear that Naruto still holds an edge over Sasuke, all things equal, when you consider that that was Naruto with 6-path Sage Mode and the QB Chakra Cloak added on top of it. EMS Sasuke, now that Naruto's lost all that power, EMS Sasuke would have the edge over base Naruto. It stands to reason that EMS Sasuke will be higher than Sage Mode Naruto. If Momoshiki viewed Sage Mode Naruto as a threat, he views Sasuke as one as well, but here's the issue. I think if this happens, Sasuke chokes up again. And here's the reason why. It's because of that attachment he's built to Boruto, and if Sarada cries out again like she did in Naruto Gaiden, he's going to hesitate because Sasuke in the novel admits that what we saw in Naruto Gaiden, it wasn't a one-time thing. He's so careful with how Sarada views him that he doesn't want to taint his image that Sarada has built up of him. Is part of why Sasuke's not told her the full truth of what happened when he left the village. Killing Boruto in front of her, it would do that. Her father killing her childhood friend, that would be something that causes Sarada to cry out because of what it would do for the image she has of her father in her head. And it would be the moment that Momoshiki would potentially strike. The battle of Sasuke versus Momoshiki, it feels very likely to happen. It feels inevitable at this point. And when it does happen, there's going to be high emotion. So my question to you guys is, if Sasuke does have to fight Momoshiki because Momoshiki took control of Boruto's body because Boruto gave up on living, how emotional of a scene would that be 1 to 10? And also, how emotional of a scene would it be if Momoshiki ended up killing Sasuke? But while you think that over, click here to watch my Zora video essay over on KRYPTONIAN saying, and click here to watch my Boruto chapter 73 review.